Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Good morning and welcome to the semifinal of the Saskatchewan Mixed Provincials. You got Yellow Rocks Hartung playing Red Rocks of Criton. A couple rocks have already been thrown here, as it appears they have started just a little bit earlier. Jaden Schwaga making some reds disappear with some big weight. Hartung's third, Christy Gamble looking to draw around the lonesome guard. Sweepers haven't touched it, and they'll watch it go to back eight, fully in the open. Criton with last rock. As they came out of the B. Hartung came out of the C and won the 3-4 game. Criton last night lost the 1v2 to Team Springer, who is in the final today. That's who awaits the winner of this one. Schwaga, Wisniewski, working hard to get this one by the guard. The last draw was wide open. This one, they tightened up the ice. We'll get it all the way to half in the 8-foot under the guard. Perfect shot there. Mitch asking for Mandy Seltzer for the run back. Try and get rid of both the yellows. Curl there by chirping at the end. And a nice shot by Mandy Seltzer. Gets rid of both the yellows. Hartung will draw around the guard. but at least now it is Criton's guard if he needs to run back. Tyler Hartung throwing first, skips rocks of the first end. We'll get it buried, but not quite fully in the rings. And a beauty draw there by Criton to go around his guard and Tyler's rock top 12. Forces Tyler now to play the freeze, angle freeze. Right on the green man on the top of the 4. Try and be shot rock, and it'll force Criton to draw to the button for his 1. Last rock for Team Hartung. Criton, lying shot. Schwaga on the right. Wisniewski on the left. Trying to lock this one down. And they will give up on it just past the hog line. Same weight as Tyler's first rock. And Criton just has to get full 12 to get his 2. Just needs full 12 to get his 2. Mitch Criton. In the semifinal of the Saskatchewan Mixed Provincials, Christy Gamble, seeing if she can sweep it all the way back to outcount the other yellow, and it will stop just in time. 2 points for Mitch Criton against Hartung in the first end of the Saskatchewan Mixed Provincials semifinal.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability. The PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
Second end of action here in Martensville of the semifinal. Only match out there as it is a page playoff. So this is the semifinal between the winner of Hartung from the 3v4 and the loser of Criton from the 1v2. Criton capitalizing early with hammer, wasting no time scoring 2 in the first end with the skipper's deuce. Taking advantage of a couple light draws by Hartung. And a nice freeze there by Stasha Wisniewski. Locks it right on top of the red. Kyle Chirpin in his first rock in the second end. We'll try and lock it down on the yellow. We'll just get a biter in the top 12. Schwagen now going to try and lock a yellow on the yellow. Top 8. Just a gamble on the right. Now being called off by Tyler. Don't want to bounce off here. You just want to weld it on. And they will bounce it off just a hair. That'll leave Criton a chance to remove one of Hartung's yellows and sit on top. So even though he was just maybe 8 inches heavy, that is just enough, especially in a game against a team of this caliber. Kyle Chirpin in his second run. Looking for the hit and flop, but he'll over curl and rack on Rachel's guard. Hartung catches a break there. Schwaga's second rock. Looking to nudge this yellow. He's got to get it by the red, though. Chirping over curled, and Schwaga did as well. He will roll it over just off center line. Criton probably going to sandwich that yellow in there with the hit and roll again. This time now with the outturn. And third, Mandy Seltzer. They will make contact and roll, not on top of the yellow, but they'll go all the way underneath their red, poking out the other side. Red sitting 1 and 2. Sorry, 1 and 3. Yellow is second shot. Christy Gamble, third for Team Hartung. Schwaga and Wisniewski on the broom. Couple late licks to try and get some curl. We'll freeze a quarter rock onto the yellow. Now, would that push the yellow between the reds and double them? You'll at least get the top one for sure. Seltzer are going to try and throw some weight here. We'll get rid of just the top one. But now red is his first shot still, but lying 2, 3, and potentially, or 3, 4, and potentially 5 fifth shot around the top of the 12 there.
Caleb might come for them, but probably not. I don't know. He has a party today, and they specifically wanted a motorcycle. Now, he said he thought he had enough balloons to make the motorcycle. I'm going to send him a message.
Mitch Criton, his first rock in the second end. Looking for the double. If the yellow's got to get it by the red, and he will not. He'll tick the red, but just thin enough that he will catch shot rock. And now red is lying shot and yellow is second shot. Tyler looking to remove Criton's red in the side of the 4-foot. Probably playing for nose or slightly off. Schwager right out of the hand. Working on this the whole way. Avoid the jam at the back. Nope, he'll stuff and lose the shooter. Yellow shot rock now. But Tyler's shooter rolls all the way over there to the right. A lot of half shots by both teams this end. Right now, Criton's got to be careful because I think Hartung can hit 3/4 of that yellow and kind of double that side red, and it goes straight back onto the other red, and it just depends on who shot out of the 10 o'clock red and the 4 o'clock yellow. But Criton's going to try and move things around first as he is shooting before Hartung. Criton red rocks, Hartung yellow. Mitch Criton looking to lie a bunch of reds after this. Curious how this angle is going to go. He's getting close to nose, and he'll drive it just through. What a shot. You hit that any thinner, I think you're taking out your reds with you. But he is lying 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. What a shot. And Hartung now has to hit the more than half of the button for his single point. Criton already with a 2-0 lead. Tyler Hartung needing a piece, more than a piece of the button. The score is 1. Sweepers, Schwager and Wisniewski were on it. Now they are watching Schwager coming over. Now he's going for some curl. Weight looks good, and line is good as well, and it'll sit at the back of the pin. A nice draw there from Tyler against 4. So Criton now has a 2-1 lead and has last rock after 2 ends of play.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Welcome back. Third end of play. Criton got his deuce with hammer in first. Force in the second. And now he is up 1 with last rock again. Now you have Kyle Chirpin in the hack. With Rachel and Mandy on the broom. See if they can get this one by. Frozen onto the yellow. Nice shot there by Kyle. Jaden Schwaga. Looking to lock this one on top of the red. If you can get to nose or a shade low. Just like that. Nice shot there by Jaden Schwaga. Criton, get rid of this guard. Kyle Chirpin. And no mistake there. Chirping gets rid of the guard. Now Hartung, if he wants, can place another guard here, as I'm sure Criton is just going to peel. Although it appears Tyler wants to make a play at the ones in the house. The angles are really good for yellow right now, which is Hartung. Christy Gamble, third stones in the third end. Schwaga trying to get this one to curl, guard as much as he can, and that won't guard any of them, unfortunately, for Gamble. Criton can open this up. That would be the play, as he would love to secure a point here in the third end. Here is Mandy Seltzer playing the out turn run back. Not big weight though, trying to keep the angles. And they will nudge it and unlock the middle red. That appears to be not bad. You got Hartung now, who can play the in off to sit 3. If he sits right there, it might leave a triple back for Criton. Tough to tell right now. But about a third or a quarter rock double here. For third, Christy Gamble. Schwaga on the broom. Trying to keep this one straight. And looks like they're going to get to nose. And yellow sitting 2. Red is third shot. And fourth shot with last rock. Mandy Seltzer, third's last rocks. Looking for the double here. Can she hang on her shooter? And she'll drive it by and roll the shooter out. So missed opportunity there to lie a couple red. Was a tough shot though, as she did have to get close to her red on the top 8. Now Hartung with a chance to lie 3. Trying to put it in a spot where there won't be a triple. You also don't want to stagger those yellows too much, otherwise Mitch is just going to hit and roll and use them as a guard. Tyler Hartung. Schwaga on the broom. And oh boy, they will cross face, roll the wrong way, and jam the red onto the button. A gift for Mitch Criton. And what was looking like might be a force or a steal now could turn into a 2-ball for Criton. 2 reds still to come with 1 yellow still to come. Criton's first rock here in the third end. Trying to capitalize after that Hartung disaster on his first. Kyle Turpin on the sweep. Now he is called off in a couple late licks. Can you weld it onto the corner of this red? It's going to spin up after it hits it, and it does. Leaves red with first shot, but yellow sitting second. So if Tyler hits and rolls to the left side of the 4-foot, the force will be in play. Hartung. And his last. Looking to roll just a hair, and he makes it. That'll be a force for Criton if he just hits and sticks anywhere in the 8-foot. Last rock here in the third end here for Criton. Just need to hit and stick for his 1 point. And no mistake. Rolls it right to the button. Takes a 3-1 lead after the third end.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
All right, real talk for a second. If your snack situation hasn't changed in years, maybe it's time for an upgrade. The Chocolate Lab makes legit chocolate that's worth paying attention to. That's it. Back to whatever you were doing.
Fourth end of action. Hartung with last rock down 2 is looking to score his deuce in this end and take some momentum into the second half of this game. Remember, they are 8 ends of play for this mixed provincials. And top 4 on the first, corner guard on the second, followed up by a center guard. Just poking out as the one top 4. So Hartung is going to make a play at it. And the no-tick rule is in effect. So they would have removed that off the center line as it was plenty tight. So they'll just kick it away before it even hits it. And now Criton looking to pile a second one, either top 12 or just short of the rings. Jane Schwaga, the double there. He's got the 1, the 2. What a shot, and the roll over to the red. Nicely done there by Schwaga. Really good player with the upweight ability. Mandy Seltzer looking to hit and roll to the left. Playing the out turn with Kyle Chirpin on the inside of the sweep. Now Rachel Schlechter trying to curl this over so they can stay in the house, but will roll the opposite way out of the rings, leaving red sitting the 1. Tyler, not chasing the 1 in the rings, will play on the guard and get rid of both of them at the same time. And you can see Schwaga's reaction there. Isn't too pleased with that, as 0 reds will be removed from play. So far, the Hartung team is giving Team Criton some breaks. And the way Mitch can shoot, that's not something I would want to do. Well, there is a third rock double here. Christy Gamble, chance to redeem herself after her first shot. No one's sweeping it yet. This one has to curl up or it's going to go underneath the red. And it will go underneath, but will remove one of the reds this time around. Skip rocks coming up in the 4th end. Mitch Criton, first rock of the 4th end, already lying shot rock, Hartung with hammer. Looking to guard this rock perfectly, and we'll show maybe a quarter rock for Tyler's intern. Just enough that Tyler might be able to get to nose and bump it to back 4, hoping to lie shot afterwards while being undercover. Tyler Hartung trying to get to nose with back 8 weight. And this has got a long way to go and a lot of weight from Tyler Hartung. We'll go right by it all through the rings. If that's the weight he wanted to play, that was not the right ice. But I think the weight was the problem with that one. Anyway, now a big opportunity. Criton can get 2 in the 4-foot behind a guard. Tyler will be forced to play the outturn shot of the pin, which he did in the second end, which he did against 4. Criton with the guard on his first. Now trying to come in frozen. Top 4 or top 8 in front. Try and curl it up to nose. And they might have just left Tyler a blank. They have. Unfortunate there for Criton. If you throw a 1 guard there, that's a better result than going right where he did, unfortunately. Now Tyler still has to make the double, but Tyler is an excellent upweight player. Tyler playing the double and a blank. And no sweep needed, and they'll all fly out with ease. 4th end break to come. With a blank end there, it is still 3-1. Criton after 4, Hartung. We'll get hammer in the second half when we return.
Yes. Whoa. Oh boy.
We're back with the second half of this semifinal. Winner moves on to play Team Springer in the final at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Martensville. With a blank in the fourth and by Hartung after it looked like he was going to be forced at the very best, but a heavy draw by Criton left Hartung with a nice double and the blank. The guard goes up, and Stasha Wisniewski throwing lead rocks for Hartung. And Rachel Schlechter lead for Mitch Criton, who plays an unreal game every time I've covered Team Criton. She has been the highest percentage on the ice every time, and a guard and a come around there by Rachel. Hartung now going with the draw around the corner, hoping to get his deuce this end as he blanked the last one and keeps hammer. This one hasn't been touched by the sweepers, has to get off the center guard, and it will. Now Schwaga working on it, trying to get it to curl there and get it underneath the corner guard. And it sounds like I can hear my second commentary, Brett Redekop on the other line.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You are live.
So we're going into what, the fifth end here?
Fifth end of an 8-end game, correct.
All right. Criton is up by 3-1.
Yep, Hartung with last rock. Hartung just blanked the fourth end.
Okay.
You can see the scoreboard there behind Hartung.
Yep. Perfect. Looks like they're just going to play the come around here. Probably just the freeze, you think?
I think so, yeah. With Red accidentally throwing a corner on top of the other corner. Big opportunity here for Hartung and Schwaga. Gotta curl this up to nose. Looks like it should be pretty close. Don't want to bounce off, though.
Yeah, that's really good there.
Criton gonna walk up and rip these. Don't think there's too much of an angle for any drag on there, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. He's just going to rip them anyway.
Yeah, I think so too. And even if, I mean, it's running yellow in, and if you hit it too thin and it does somehow drag something, you might catch two. But I think this is just going to be a straight peel to open aside.
And the yellow does come in. And we'll roll one under the center and actually keep all three yellows in the rings. Hit that one too thin on the peel.
Yeah, I looked and saw that might have been an option, but I didn't think he was going to catch that much of it.
I'm with you on that. So now Hartung, lying 1-2. Red is third shot and yellow is 4. Hartung with last rock.
I mean, they're gonna have to protect against that double because that's gonna be the only thing that they're gonna play. So, I mean,
Looks like he signaled just to freeze on his own yellow. That is a thick double now.
It is.
It's kind of, when you have hammer and you're sitting too good too early, it's kind of tricky on what do you do.
Yeah, you almost have to start playing a little bit offensively and just start hammering rocks into the 4-foot here.
They're going to have to work to get this one into the 4-foot. It is moving like crazy. It might be a little
like
light.
He's on that red and a little light, hey?
Yep, Christy Gamble and Stasha not able to drag that there. And probably no sweeper out there would have been able to get that there as well. Criton now eyeing up the double. For third, Mandy Seltzer. Kyle Turpin trying to get this to curl. Can they get to nose and get the back one?
And he does get to the back one.
So at least they make 2 yellows disappear. Not the one they were going for, but a double is a double at this point.
Yep. Getting rocks out of play without last stone there is going to be a big help for them, especially going into, third stones here. So.
And throwing third for Hartung is Christy Gamble with Schwaga and Wisniewski on the broom.
Looks like they're just going for a mid-weight hit and roll here.
He's on this early.
Curl, yeah. Really nice.
Really good shot. Completely undercover.
May have moved just a little too far. There might be an out-turn draw there.
Yeah, he signaled that right there, as there's not really any runner with all those 3 guards kind of in weird spots.
Yep. He is going to take a look at it. I mean, it looks like there might be enough room to run that in, but can't say. There's a lot of pressure on this shot here.
They did look at the draw and they elected that this is the better result.
Yep.
Mandy Seltzer, third rock thrower for Mitch Criton. Kyle Turpin on the broom. Trying to hold this straight, at least make contact with one of the yellows.
And it doesn't. It goes by.
And even a stagger for the center.
Yeah.
Now, normally if you don't have hammer, center line is good for you, but Hartung has hammer and his rocks are behind the staggers.
Yeah. It looks like the call might just be the draw onto the center line yellow. I think Criton for his first is going to just play the freeze or a small hit and roll on that outside yellow, so they're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Yep, that is definitely there. If Mitch can get low with that out-turn hit would be best case, but you got to watch out for those guards as well.
Absolutely.
So Christy Gamble will throw her second rock here in the 5th end. Hartung already lying 2, looking to make it 3, making Schwaga and Wisniewski work hard at this. Hartung jumping over to make it curl, as you don't want to have this open. Can he curl it and get third shot?
Looks like it's just edge on edge for third shot. So
good sweep there by Schwaga and Wisniewski.
End to end, all the way down, and they did just get it. So now there looks like there could be a couple of different shots available to them. You're seeing probably a half rock, at least double and roll. You also have that little tap on the out-turn side, like we mentioned a couple of rocks ago.
And that seems to be the shot he's favoring. Obviously, if you can walk down and place a rock, this would be the call. But it doesn't come without risk, obviously. You chap off even the yellow or the reds.
or even,
Hartung's-
you know, get real close to nose on the one that you're shooting at here, it's going to be a hit and roll, and it's really hard to get rid of those yellow stones all of a sudden. So Mitch Criton on his first, just playing the lightweight tap and roll.
Chirpin's really going to have to work this one by.
Yes,
I don't know if it's going to get by the guard. It will get by the guard, but the top 12-1 will chip it. Sandwich it between the two yellows, just biting the 4-foot. Hartung sitting 1 and 2, exposing that T-line rock just a hair more. 13-3 on that one, so that's pretty close to back line just through.
Yep.
Which would be the right weight. Just only missed that by half an inch.
Yep. Yeah, just either needed a little bit more ice or may have just put it inside a little bit. But they did sweep it all the way down, so there might have been, you know, a little bit of a misalignment somewhere.
Now, if Hartung can go right where Christy just tapped her broom, Mitch might only be able to pick out one of them, and that's it. And if you go right in between, he can't freeze his way out of trouble either.
No, he will be sitting 3. Tyler will have 3 there in the 4-foot, and there's no way to outdraw anything. So he will have to play a hit, and it's very tough to not give up 3 in this situation. So. Tyler on his first, just playing a simple draw to the 4-foot.
So, Brett, you're just tuning in. You missed the first half, but this is the really the first opportunity Hartung's had to put some pressure on Criton. The game so far has all been the Red Rocks, and Tyler has been chasing.
Yep.
Trying to change the narrative here in the second half. But he might have missed his opportunity here.
Yeah, looks like came in just a little bit too hot, allowing a really nice opportunity for Mitch to come in and draw and tap just a little bit and almost be untouchable.
Yeah, if you can play off this left yellow and just bite the button, maybe a hair more so that you're lined up right in the middle, that Tyler can't even run that
yellow, red,
yellow, yeah. So it just jams on the back 4 yellow.
Yeah, you almost have to be careful where you leave this, though, because if you do leave it a little bit too far to the left-hand side of the rings, you do have a back line hit and roll for 3 or 4.
I would imagine they'll be playing a little bit of quiet weight at this. It makes the rock a little bit more manageable.
Yep. Looks like they're set up for probably control.
Looking to hit about 3/4 low on this with Mitch's outturn.
And I think the signal was they want to just get about half into the pin there. Anything less than that, and I think that Tyler Hartung can come at it from the outturn side. So they want to almost overbury this and leave them nothing.
While Mitch is shooting, again, another great game. Expect nothing less from him. Looking for a peach, though. Not too much room for error. Chirpin now hopping on. Rachel helping as well. Don't want to roll this too far. Goes behind T-line, pokes out the other side, and 1 and 2 right now for Hartung.
And Mitch is going to have Tyler Hartung's going to have an open draw for 3 to the 4-foot.
Tyler just threw this, ended up being 2 rocks too heavy, so just a hair less than his last one, and
he's going
good
to be very close.
Yeah, and he'll have a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. I'm expecting a time of high 14s here. Hog to hog, that is.
What has the ice been running all weekend?
It's been close to 15. I have seen mid-15s get there with full sweep on some of the draws.
Okay, that's pretty good ice. I mean, they do a really good job in Martensville. I'd expect nothing less. This one was held at the edge of the 12-foot there, so good 6 feet of curl. And a really nice throw for Tyler Hartung, and a score of 3.
Gets it into the 4-foot. Nice end there by Hartung. After the 4th end break, they regroup and come back firing. And they'll take a 4-3 lead after 5 ends of play. We will see on the other side of the break.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
And 6th end of play in this semifinal between Criton and Hartung. Team Springer winning the 1v2 last night against Criton, awaiting the winner of this one. Final will go at 2:30. You can watch it here on Curling Zone YouTube, or you can go to the rink in Martensville.
Really nice throw over there by Rachel. She just threw the corner guard. Looks like they're going to really try for their 2 here in the 6th end. Total 8 end games. So really nice to score here in the 6th. What was the call here? Is this a tap or is this a guard?
I think this is the tap with that ice.
It's really sticking out there.
Trying to get to nose. It is coming across now.
Coming now. Really close.
And a nice throw there by Stasha Wisniewski.
Really nice. And it leaves looks like it leaves that guard out in front and untouchable on that center line. So
correct, as we already saw, the no-tick rule is in effect, as we saw in the 3rd end. Rachel Schlechter looking to come around her corner guard.
Sweeping end, it looks like they're doing a really good job. Coming up a little bit late. We'll see if this makes it to the rings. And does not. So we got a nice double corner guard for Mitch Criton over there on the right-hand side of the rings.
I'm imagining we're going to see Mitch walk up and and try to play a run back here if this is placed perfectly. There's too many rocks on the center line for a team with hammer to be comfortable.
Yeah, I think pretty much no matter where this ends up, I think they're going to be playing either the peel or the double peel. And that's a really nice throw by Jordan there. Leaves a little bit of a stagger and a possible triple to be played here. And just catches the back one.
Gets two of them, leaves a guard, but it is quite high, and Martensville does have swingy ice.
Yeah, with that rock being so far up there that it's really like it's not there, especially being slightly staggered. So they are going to replace the guard here. And that's a really good spot to put that stone. Just slightly catch corner and make them throw that double peel again.
Kyle Turpin and his second already made the peel on his first. Looking for a slightly more difficult attempt here.
And once again, he's just going to catch the back one on a long run back, so it leaves the one just above the forefoot.
And even slightly higher than the last one. Hartung
Yep.
again, obviously, going to go tight guard or top 12.
I think you just have to replace it here. I think you still have too many stones. I believe this is Christie's first. So you want to just keep trying to run them out of stones. Christy Gamble on her first stone here. It's just going to be a tight guard coming in on center line. Immediate call was a little bit heavy. Very heavy.
Yeah. The call was the guard here, and this one is going to go through the ring, so big mistake by Christy Gamble.
Huge opportunity here coming in for Mandy to hit and remove that stone in play. And it looks like they're not going to try and remove it. They're just going to move it back and roll over. You like this call, Trevor?
I think so. If you don't remove this yellow, Hartung is going to be smiling, trying to just guard for his life now with that being a really good rock.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the weight call showed that they may not want to remove it. It's the lightweight hit and roll.
If you can, it looks like they're playing for nose here.
They are now, yeah.
Turpin, sweeping it up to nose. Mitch trying to drag this far back as he can. Will keep yellow, shot rock, everything under cover.
And Hartung's just going to he's going to call for the corner freeze. Just try and protect that shot stone as much as he can. Comes up a little bit light on the corner freeze, but still does the job that they were looking for. So now here, what do you want to play? Like you can play the out turn, come around. You can play the out turn, tap and roll. I think if you do play that tap or even the out turn freeze, I think they're just going to follow you in. So you do need to remove the stone from being at least shot stone at least. So this is going to be their opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it looks like obviously the draw would be about edge of 8, and he's got middle 8, so definitely a little bit more than T-line.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to move this this yellow Hartung stone just out of second shot. And it looks like they're coming in a little bit wide. And just touches it. And that yellow Hartung stone is still shot stone.
I believe you are right. A little bit more curl, and it would have been there. That's tough to tell with that view there.
That's a tough view to look at there, yeah. Right now, they're just trying to decide what's the hardest way to give Criton a shot to the 4-foot. And is there a hole there, an in-turn hole to come and tap that yellow?
I believe there would be. It's tight, but the way it swings here in Martensville, I would say it is there.
They are looking at to possibly protect that, but it looks like they might want to just put one in the 4-foot on that out turn side as well. You know, I think in this position, I think with the way that these stones have been curling in Martensville, I think I'm taking that out turn draw to the 4-foot, bury, about half of a stone, and take away that draw for them, make them throw that in-turn hit.
Looks like Tyler's wanting to play with the in-turn here.
I think he's concerned. He might be concerned about that yellow stone being removed from play, because of the red in the back. You almost want to make sure that there's no opportunity to give up more than 2.
This is the 6th end, and it is 8 ends. Criton with last rock, which is very important of an 8-end game to have hammer in the 6. 2 hammers to 1 now, if everything goes as planned. Tyler.
Needs to
Swaga hopping over, taking Stash's side. Got to get it off the red. At least guard the hole. He'll chip, and
it almost doesn't guard that hole there. He only gets about a half of a stone extra of guardable area. It might still be available on that in-turn side.
Since they took away that corner and only guarded a 1/4 inch more, I think the shot is just as hard as it was before.
I agree. And
knowing that they were going to miss that shot regardless, they should have kept it straight, hit that guard a little thicker, and you'd end up
in that hole. Yes.
Yeah, kind of where the R of the rock channel is. You would have rolled right about there, and the hole would have then been impossible.
Yeah. Although it looks like right off the bat, it looked like Mitch was taking a look as the draw was available there on the in-turn side. If they are going to call the draw, I guess Tyler Hartung's stone did just end up in a nice enough spot that they aren't going to try for that. So
you can see there are time clocks here. Mitch has just under 11.5 minutes. Hartung with just under 10 minutes. Each team gets 1 timeout, and there will be an additional time added if there is an extra end to be played.
Are these
What?
38-minute games, Trevor?
30 minutes because it's 8 ends.
Oh, 30 minutes on 8 ends. Got it.
You are correct, though. If a 10-end game, it would be 38 minutes of thinking time, meaning your clock stops when you start to slide out and your rock hits the tee line. And the other opposition time won't start until all rocks have come to rest and you take over control of the house. For those who were wondering.
And Tyler Hartung on his first stone here. It looks like he's just playing the draw to the tee line to sit for 1, maybe 2.
This one's going to have to go to get by Rachel Schlechter and Kyle Turpin working on it. This is going to be close. And they will touch the yellow.
Top that stone.
It's tough to tell with this camera angle and with how high up we are and the reflection at the back of the 8-foot there with the lights, but it does look like yellow is shot.
I think it is yellow is shot. So right now they just need to find a spot to take away the draw as best as they can.
Schwag is seeing if there's a shot that Mitch could play off those corners, those angle runs.
And I don't think that's there. I think that left hand center red keeps it from coming down far enough to catch that yellow.
Yeah, that looks too complicated for the setup it is now.
Yeah.
Christie's saying you could play the guard here. You could play the draw top 4 as well. Anything deeper than top 4 is not ideally what you want, but the guard is the safer bet. If you play the draw and you tap off the red, you're going to leave a double for 3 for Mitch. So they're just electing just to play the guard, put it anywhere around the C of the GSOC.
And just make that outturn draw a little bit tougher to the 8-foot.
It's not too often that teams will go out super wide, so if you force Mitch to go out there, you never quite know what the ice is going to do.
Yeah, have they in the first half of this game, have they used any of the pebble away out that wide yet, or no?
They have not.
So it might be a little bit unknown, especially if nobody's been out there. And it seems like very few stones actually have been thrown out there, even with lots of weight. Tyler Hartung on his last one here, just trying to guard the open draw for 1.
That doesn't really guard a whole lot.
No. If you're going to draw to the side of the 4-foot, you were going to miss that stone there anyways. So it doesn't do too much there. Right now, Mitch Criton is just taking a look to see if they can get at that yellow stone. It's a very tough shot, especially with the angle that we're looking at it. But if he does get through that hole, it will be for 3.
If he's able to get through this hole, that will be a highlight reel shot.
Yeah, it will definitely be the shot of the game. If
you're looking at the left screen there, that looks really tight. But you look at the right-hand side, you do notice that obviously it is staggered in his favor to throw the in-turn, but it's still an incredibly difficult shot.
And right now you almost, that's a very tough shot. If he had about a half rock more, I would say it's probably in his interest to take it. But being down 1 here in 6, you do need to score at some point, get your 2 hammers to 1. So I think the call here would be just the straight draw.
I'm with you. This is a scoreboard call. If you were down multiple, I wouldn't mind taking a crack at the 3.
Yeah, if you're down 2 and have to elect for the draw for 1, I think you do play the hit for 3. But here being only down 1, give up your 1 and 7 and try and score 2 in the 8th is going to be your best option. But Right now, that was what they elected to do. They're just going to play the open draw for a single. They need full 8 foot.
Tyler had taken edge of 12 for his guard. Might not have gotten out there to the broom, though. Mitch taking middle 12. Just needs a little bit more than full 8 for what we imagine is just a draw for 1. Kyle working on this one. He's got his head down now. He's just able to.
Now they're just going to dust it in here. They on and off there after the hog line, and that is a really nice throw for what looks to be just a single point.
And it will be 1 point. Mitch Criton. Tie game now after 6. Hartung will have hammer in the 7th when we return.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
All right, real talk for a second. If your snack situation hasn't changed in years, maybe it's time for an upgrade. The Chocolate Lab makes legit chocolate that's worth paying attention to. That's it. Back to whatever you were doing.
Two ends to go here in Martensville of the Saskatchewan Mixed Provincials semifinal. Springer awaiting the winner. The game will go at 2:30 at the Martensville Curling Club. We got a game here. First half was all Mitch Criton and Hartung crawling his way back, forcing Criton in the 6th with a nice draw, and now Hartung with hammer in the 7th end.
Looks like Criton's just playing the come around here, so double center guards for them. Hartung came up a little bit short, and it's giving them, and looks like Rachel's also going to come up a little bit short there, so we've got a bunch of rocks out front and a come around from Hartung's team here to come.
Well, in an ideal world, Hartung would love the blank, but obviously Mitch is not going to allow that and is going to be throwing almost all the rocks in play if he can, angles permitting.
Yeah, with those 3 center line S guards up there, it's going to be a lot tougher to get a blank here, especially coming into the 7th end. But this one's going to come just a little bit deep to the back of the forefoot. And I think we're going to see Mitch throw a lightweight hit and roll. Just try and get under all of those guards. The call is board weight. With this ice, it will definitely curl and has an opportunity to over curl here.
make this roll. Schwaga is going to be flying out of the hack in no time, getting rid of everything up front.
And this is really starting to move. We're going to catch that front yellow, and it's going to be replaced.
Yeah, you can't remove it off the center line.
I don't think so. I think that has to go back.
Tyler not knowing what's going on. Mitch ain't going to tell him if he's not going to know. I'm sure Schwag is going to be yelling down here to put that back. We're not missing something, are we? Is my math correct?
I thought that was...
That's seconds first. Yeah, you can't do that, but...
There hasn't been too much of a conversation been had about it. So, you know what? If you're... Whose stone was that? That was Tyler Hartung's stone. You're actually better off leaving that where it is.
That's true.
You do
want the blank here.
Yeah, so...
Oh, there you go.
And
they're gone anyway.
They're all gone regardless. So I think that is what happened. They decided to just leave that stone off on the side. They are better off with it not there. So that was what they elected to do. Because you are right, Trevor. I think they do have to replace it if they want to, but it is non-offending Skip's choice.
Right. So Schwag with a nice shot. Not as many rocks in play anymore.
That front has been cleared up quite nicely, and looks like Kyle's first is just going to be a draw to the 4-foot, coming in a little bit heavy, it looks like.
Yeah, this is going to have to start to move and really slow down.
And it does. Just catches the back 4-foot.
Hartung now. Trying to hit and roll. And if things go as they might go from here, Hartung should have 2, but obviously we are still early in the end.
We've got a lot of rocks to throw.
Still on second rocks here. Second Jade Schwaga for Tyler Hartung. Stasha Wisniewski on the right. Trying to get this one to curl. Right now he does not have a piece of the red. It's got to go up. Schwaga slams his broom, knowing that is not the result. But, well, hey, how about that?
That is not a bad outcome. If you're going to miss that shot, that's the way you want to miss that one.
Holy. The reverse freeze. As Hartung sitting 1, and no real way of getting that out easily unless you're picking it clean and taking your back one with you.
Yeah, it's definitely it might be a 2-shot removal for Mitch Criton's team, but looks like they're just going to play the freeze onto the yellow, if not a little bit higher. Oh, they're calling for
just the guard, or the draw around the guard.
Just the draw around, it looks like. And it's still sticking out wide, coming in with a little bit of speed here.
Looks like more weight than Kyle's. And Tyler just going to dust it to the back of the 12, just hanging on back there. I'm surprised we didn't see Tyler try and sweep that a little bit more to potentially keep the blank in play.
Yeah, that's a good observation there. It did look like he didn't try too hard to get that through. He might have already just accepted it might be a scoring end for him.
Yep, now with that red behind the yellow from Schwaga. Now it's Christy Gamble's turn.
And with a well-placed rock here, it's going to be really tough for Mitch and the Redstones to do a whole bunch here. So we'll see where this ends up.
So Criton's team had 2 chances to come around with their red. Both of them ended up a little heavy. Now it's Hartung's turn, and they'll be able to get second shot, edge on edge with the guard.
You know, coming into 7th end here, it looks like the ice is straightening out a little bit. Both teams have been, a little bit heavy, but definitely a little bit wide. Both of the draws have ended up not quite underneath of this guard here, so they might need to look into that for the rest of the 7th and into the 8th. But this is going to be just a mid-weight hit and roll under the guard, it looks like.
Mandy Seltzer. And ice can change when, like, every single shot, at least the last 4 of them, have been down this exact same path.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, usually we'll run a little bit faster and a little bit straighter.
Nice sweep there by Kyle.
Very close here, and really nice hit and roll under that guard.
Second shot, but Hartung shot rock is behind T-line. Both teams with tons of time and still a timeout that they'll be saving, I'm assuming, till using the 8th end.
8th end, yep. You know, this being the last scoring end for Hartung, we might see them call their timeout in the last couple of stones of this end, but I guess we will see.
Yeah, things are complicated angles and they have to discuss what they'd rather have as a team, and they might use it. But they're just playing the draw top button here.
They're just trying to wrap a piece around that red. It looks like they're going to come up light. And that's just not what you want to look for here coming into your third, second stone. Leaving Mitch probably an open draw to what they were just trying to do. I think you try and wrap a piece right on that center line just above button, and it makes Tyler's scoring rings a lot smaller.
Yeah, there's 2 ways you can look at this. If you go top button and make it perfectly, Hartung looks like Mitch might get the steal, but if you pick this clean or take the back one with you, Hartung wraps one top button, you freeze, you might force Hartung, and you can take hammer 1 down.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I like the call. You know, I think they're not even. This doesn't even look like a pick. This looks like they're trying to catch that back one as well.
You could also nose if you wanted to, but red up top would still be third shot after that.
Yes.
So he is coming up with peel weight, so he is not playing the nose. He is playing the pick. Maybe take the back one with him if you can. Rachel on the sweep. And we'll get them to go when the yellow goes flying out sideways. 1-2 right now. Criton without last rock.
Yeah.
So here Hartung's going to play the draw. Just going to go full 4. Probably doesn't want to be on the button at all because he's going to need that for his second shot, as Mitch will be playing the freeze on the exact same line on his second one.
Yeah, with this sort of ice, it looks like they're not trying to completely wrap it around the red. Looks like they're just going to sit probably fully buried, full 4 foot, and give them something on their last one.
Tyler Hartung and his first rock in the 7th end. 2 rocks to 1 to come. During the intern draw, trying to go half 4, top of the 4 foot. Schwaga on the sweep being helped by Stasha Wisniewski. This one might be light as Schwaga hasn't lifted his broom once. Jumping over behind the rock, trying to get a little bit of curl. 15-1 on the hog to hog. Schwaga hasn't lifted his head once.
And really nice sweep there by Stasha and Schwaga there. Gets it just about completely buried. Looks like they're leaving about a quarter of a stone. So we'll give Mitch Criton a chance to just pick that out and leave the open draw for 1.
Yeah, you could, whatever weight you want to throw at this. I know if you were a Dunstone, he doesn't mind if you can't see any of it. He can throw peel. You could throw a 10-second hit at this if you want to and just roll your shooter off to the side.
You know, they're looking to see how much they can see of it. Not sure what the weight call is going to be here. With that sort of line, it looks like it's going to be fairly high weight.
That's probably our best view there. Yeah, he a little bit less than a quarter rock he's got, but with that broom, looks like he's going to come out the same weight that he just threw.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, personally, I think I'd be throwing a little bit less weight at this, trying to stick around a little bit more, but this is going to be just a straight pick to sit the 2.
Last rock. Mitch Criton. Trying to pick this clean. Kyle making it curl.
And just misses. Tyler Hartung will have an open draw to the 4-foot for his 2. He's coming the same side that he just did. He's got a little bit more room that way, and he can afford to just touch off of his Yellowstone if it does come up a little bit heavier, a little bit inside. So,
yep, if he is on the nose, it'll be 2 yellow. So his last one, 15-1 with a full sweep.
Full sweep.
Both Stasha and Schwaga. So looking for a high 14s here with a little bit of sweep. Mid 14s might be close to no sweep. Last rock, 7th end. Trying to take a 2-point lead going into the 8th end of an 8-end game.
And both teams coming into this last end with lots of time, so we will see a pretty good end, I think, coming in here for the last one.
15-5.
So hard sweep all the way down, and they just need a little bit more, and they do have it. So Tyler Hartung does get his 2 points here in the 7th end, going up 2. Really nice end played by them.
Assuming that my hog-to-hog time was accurate, he threw even less. And again, for the second shot in a row, the sweepers don't even need to lift their head. Full sweep.
All the way down. Yeah, that one was definitely a full team shot there and going into the last.
Up 2, Hartung. Criton with last rock when we return.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
All right, real talk for a second. If your snack situation hasn't changed in years, maybe it's time for an upgrade. The Chocolate Lab makes legit chocolate that's worth paying attention to. That's it. Back to whatever you were doing.
He's
last end of play. 8th end. Potentially last end of play unless Mitch and his team can get 2 to force an extra end.
first one by Stasha came up just a little bit heavy, so they're going to replace it here top 4 foot. Try and put a little bit more pressure on Mitch Criton and the Redstones coming in here to the last end. Once again, the sweepers are just going to watch it most of the way down. Might be a little bit heavy here.
Yeah, you definitely want your rocks above T-line. Helps you with every angle possible.
And this one's just going to slide just past into the back forefoot, almost frozen. And we're going to see the double corner guards come up from Mitch Criton. So Rachel's second here is going to be another corner. Really nice corner on her first one.
Try and make these even. That way Schwaga won't have the double peel. Kyle working on this one a little bit. Got to get this one to the bottom of the GSOC logo.
Yeah. And they won't quite get it there, but it's probably flat enough that they're not going to remove both.
Hartung needs some good rocks on the center line in front of T-line now. Asking Schwaga to play the draw top four. Wasting no time in the hack.
Just shrinking that scoring zone and just putting it top forefoot is the call here. Looks like it might over curl here a little bit.
Just a hair. Weight's fine.
And they leave it top 8. Leaves them, when it does over curl a little bit, it leaves them a little bit more opportunity to move that stone back into the forefoot. And it looks like Mitch is electing to not touch any of the stones in the house and possibly play a draw.
You could play, you don't even have to hit that yellow, but you could bump it back T-line and roll behind your corner guard with a back 8 or back 12.
I think I'd be close to electing for that just to move that stone. Like I said, leaving it where it is, Tyler's got a lot of opportunity to move that stone into the scoring area of the forefoot. So, but Mitch has elected to have Kyle Stones just go behind their corner guard, their higher corner guard. And Mandy and Rachel swept all the way down, coming a little bit heavy, but they did have to sweep it to get by for line.
Yes, they did. If weight was good on that one, that would have wrecked on the corner guard.
Absolutely.
Schwaga just going to get rid of this and lose his shooter.
I don't know if you throw this, you have 3 that are already shot stone. You might want to elect removing maybe a corner guard here instead. But he does make the hit and roll. Rolls just out of play. Kick the stone. So they're going to try and replace it again with a little bit of a better stone here into the 8-foot.
Looks like a hair more ice. Communication between the thrower and Mitch there on, was it a tight throw or just not enough broom?
And it looks like they gave a little bit more broom, so it must have just been a little bit. This one is really sticking out there, though. Quite a bit of weight again, it looks like.
Line is better. You might want to have someone on it to curl it to get it buried, but no sweepers around.
That one, it looks like did bury just enough. They're not even going to look at it and just peel off the corner guard.
Bonus if you can get the other one. Christy Gamble. That's just the bonus, obviously. The call is this just right-hand corner.
Here. Yeah.
Schwaga.
Over curl. Does leave the yellow up there as a corner guard, but it does completely open that red stone in the 8-foot there.
Christy struggling here today in the semifinal.
Now, if you're Mitch, you got to start moving some of those yellow stones out of play. Looks like it's going to be just a lightweight hit and roll.
Rolling behind the right-hand corner guard is Mandy Seltzer.
Yeah, I think the call is to go behind the I thought the call was the red corner, but it looks like they're going behind the yellow.
And a
Really
very
nice-
nice shot.
Really nice throw there by Mandy.
Can't place that any better.
No, you cannot. You have to look at the run now, or just straight peel, depending on what they're looking at. If you do peel it for the next 3 stones, or 2 stones, and it'll be an open double for Tyler on his last. So I think they're going to just play the run.
You can't really place that red any better.
You
If
can't.
anything, there might be a 16th on the right-hand side, but that's the side you want to error on.
Well, absolutely. It's going into those yellows if you do accidentally overshoot that. So
Exactly. And if you left a piece on the other side, there may be a double.
yes. I mean, this is a really long run back. At worst, you're really just peeling this guard off. So I like the call.
Schwager with the sweep.
An on-off sort of sweep there, and it's going to be really close, and catches the back one.
So she gets one of them, rolls the guard over close to the center line. Hartung sitting 1.
Looks
Maybe.
like 1. Hard to like we said a couple ends ago. It is hard to tell with that light there, but I do think it is red sitting second stone. It is wide open after that Christy Gamble run back, so they will have an opportunity to hit it on Tyler's first. But right now it looks like it's going to be just a straight draw, maybe a small tap for Mitch Criton and Mandy's second here. So.
Yeah, you kind of want to lose that back yellow, because if you sandwich this yellow in the middle, it might be tough unless you were not concerned about using your other red. Now, obviously, playing to this yellow, you will be behind T-line, and Hartung's way out might just be freezing.
It might be. It's hard to say on your first, especially on Tyler's first one. I think he might be electing to play the hit on that wide open red. And I think
slash it in too.
Yeah, I think they're just calling the bluff on that, because you're right. I think the call is the perfect freeze if they do get this, and it looks like it's going to overcurl here.
They're going to be able to hold on to shot rock here. Christy Gamble.
Overcurls just a little, but it does stick around for first shot. So Mitch Criton and the Redstones are sitting first and third.
And there is a dead nose.
A dead nose double, and it looks like you don't catch anything. And this would leave them with a couple of rocks, 4 rocks in play. So this will be a dead nose double to sit for 4.
Then you'll see Mitch try and draw around that center guard, just shot rock. If this double is made by Tyler Hartung, skips first here in the 8th end. As you can see, the time clock's above the scoreboard there. Lots of time for both teams.
3 minutes a team, and 2 shots per. So looks like
1 timeout each if they need to use it.
Yeah, lots of time here coming into the end of the 8th end. Tyler Hartung's first stone here is going to be just a straight run back to make the double. A little bit of a dust all the way down. He's going to be really close.
Christy Gamble trying to get it out of the rings.
Really nice shot.
Push the back 8 yellow over to back 12. Hartung sitting 4 scattered all around the 12-foot. Mitch looking now. He needs 2 to tie.
I don't mind this call coming over to the wing. You almost want the closer guard. Just because that guard is so high up there, it almost doesn't exist. So anything that backline hack sort of weight is pretty much removable. So I do like this call using their corner guard.
And it is, tighter to the rings, so tougher to chase if it is poking out a hair. You also got to watch out for the jam on the back 12.
And I mean, worst case scenario, you do have a yellow back there to sit up on. So if you are, a couple feet heavy, it does come down onto that yellow stone.
Communication is key here. Mitch looking to draw around the red with his outturn here.
Just
needing 2 to tie and 2 rocks to come.
Just looking for T-line weight sort of in the 8 foot there, just to be shot stone over the 4 yellows that Tyler Hartung is sitting.
This one looks like it's pretty close. Sweepers were on it a hair. Now they're just watching it.
And just down past T-line in front of that yellow to sit for shot stone. Really nice throw by Mitch Criton. And now Tyler's got to make a choice on what he's going to do. I think the right choice here is probably the freeze, but that is a really high pressure shot.
I would be playing the freeze. You could, he's looking at the pick. You could either pick it straight onto the back 12-1 or tick the other one onto it. Or you could potentially tick and go straight sideways for the win. I'm a little surprised Kyle wasn't going to sweep that frozen and take this
shot away. We with the way that we're all looking at it, it doesn't look like he gets at it from out-turn side. So it looks like they're looking at straight pick from the in-turn.
Sasha in the hack, seeing how much she can see from where Tyler will be throwing. Hartung takes their 1 timeout.
Can we take a look at it in the house here from above? So you do have to be careful. I mean, those yellows are pretty flat. So if you do attempt to play the pick, you might just catch onto that back yellow on center line. And I think that's what they were just looking at. So right now they're just trying to make the call on the freeze. It's a tough call to make because if you don't make this draw, it's an open draw to the 8 foot for 2 and an extra end. So they are trying to find a way to get rid of this stone, but it is not as easy as it looks, just with the way that those yellows are sitting.
Yeah, in Hartung's case, worst case now, it's an extra end. It's impossible for Mitch to take the win. And Springer, who is waiting the winner, is just hoping that this goes to extra ends and tires out whoever they will be playing later.
When was the 1-2 page played?
7 p.m. last night.
So they have been waiting a full day. Sometimes there is something to be said about playing the game the day of your final. I know I was never one to love to sit for a full day before the final. So, they are hoping to come out of this game excited and know what the ice is doing the day of, because day to day it does change. But on Tyler's last one here, it looks like it's going to be the in-turn pick to win the game.
Hartung's last rock of the 8th.
Really close.
This one is moving. Schwaga picks it clean, gets the back one. Hartung runs Mitch Criton out of rocks, and the run of Mitch Criton and his rink will fall short of the final. After losing the 1v2, they lose the semifinal to Team Tyler Hartung. And that means our final is set. It'll be today, Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Springer versus Hartung here at the Martensville Curling Club. We will be live starting exactly at 2:30 p.m. And for Brett Redekop, I'm Trevor Johnson. Thanks for tuning in and hope to see you later today.
Hey, Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!